Okay, it's Christine at Spring Creek Bathworks, and I am back. I ran out of memory, and I ran and downloaded the new iOS 8 for the iPhone. Keeps your deleted pictures and video in a recently deleted area, and it hogs up your space. So I'm learning to get rid of that also. All right, so anyway, I was saying I have a holiday market on Saturday. And a woman, it's a for-profit venture. There's a lady who rents the convention center, and then she charges the vendors for the booth fee, electricity fee. She rents chairs, she rents tables, and she makes money. And she charges admission. It's $5 admission, and there's supposed to be 2,500 people coming. Because it's a per admission charge, it's usually, it's mostly women, and it's women by themselves. Nobody wants to pay to bring in multiple children and husbands who don't want to be there. So this market has only been going for a couple of years in this town, which is north of Houston, and it's pretty far up. I'm not sure how it's going to go. The other shows that she does in other areas around Houston are very well attended, and I heard good things about this organizer. So I don't know what to believe. You know, the first show there was supposed to be 500, and we had really bad rain, and there was, I would say, 150. The second show was at a church, and they said 3,000, and there wasn't even 100. I had 19 buy from me, and 28 enter my booth and not buy. And there's no way that there was another 50 that even walked past. And that's if I include babies, toddlers, and strollers. If, you know, they were families, so it was the disinterested husband, kids who were whining, you know, that type of a thing. So because the last market I did was October the 25th, I had fall soaps, and I had a lot of soaps that could be stocking stuffers, like Lego and fairies and things like that. So I did have those for sale, and they didn't sell much because hardly anybody came. So I didn't need to do a lot of production for this show, which is a definite Christmas theme. So in the 5 weeks since this show, I've been working on restocking my soaps and doing custom orders, and I've made some more lotion bars. We've had cold weather here. It's been down to 28 degrees at night, some nights, which is unusual for Houston in November. And people are very interested in my lotion bars. So I'm hoping to sell more of those. And those you can sell the next day after you make them. So they're pretty easy to make, and there's no cure time. So I have a lot of lotion bars. I also wanted to discuss, ideally, I think, the week before a show, especially if you're not doing a show every week or farmer's market every week, the week before a show, I think you shouldn't go to the doctor, get routine blood work, have house renovation projects, get haircuts and manicures, you know. I'm not following my own advice. This week I had to bring one of my teens to get a second round of blood work. Today the electrician came. I was going to make this soap early, right when my younger went to school, but the electrician came and I was working with him. It's been hard to get him here, so when he said he was available to come, I figured, I guess I got to do it. But, you know, I should be doing this. You need to plan for things to not go as planned. For example, I ran out of lotion bar containers in the round shape, so I used the rectangle. So then I realized that meant I needed to design a new label shape. And on Tuesday, I was sending orders over to Office Max to get printed for my cigar band labels, and I went to pick them up, and they got a new computer system, and they had lost 8 of my soap labels. So I found this out at like 6 at night, so I was exhausted at that point and couldn't, I was seeing cross-eyed, and I started making errors on the labels. Like I had a pumpkin soap and I forgot to put pumpkin on the ingredients when it had real pumpkin puree in it, you know. And then another one, I sent them I sent them the wrong file for the lotion bar, so instead of having 24 little lotion bar things on one page, it had one thing on the page. And I still had to pay for one color copy, even though, you know, so that was a waste of over $2. I had a conversation with the guy at Office Max about the cost effectiveness. I said maybe I should just buy my own laser printer, because the laser printer prints very crisp and nicely. And he told me, he said, for what you're doing, it really doesn't pay. He said it's cheaper if you just pay us by the sheet. He said, honestly. And then he also told me that where people really waste a lot of money is when they print photos, because that just uses so much ink. About this, you can see that everything is melted here except these hunks of lard. So I'm just going to keep talking to you for a little while, and we'll see what happens with this. And then I'm going to add my liquid oils after this is, actually, maybe I should, let me see if I have my thermometer right here for my soaping thermometer. Yes, I do. Okay, I'm going to check the temperature because lard has such a high melting point. I think it's 115 or something. So if it gets below that, nothing's going to happen. So then I would stick blend it and just get it to go. Here comes my son down the stairs. I'm making a video. Okay. I'm making a video right here. Can you come back in 5 minutes?
Oh, I've been waiting.
All right, well, I'm going to keep talking. Okay, so this is at 89 degrees, which means that it's not going to melt anymore. So it does have some chunks in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the liquid oils, and then I'm going to stick blend. Now with my sons walking around here, and now I'm self-conscious. I don't want to say anything.
Oh, come on.
You're going to be on the video now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. Your voice. Okay. All right, so I put the essential oil right here with the mold so that this time I wouldn't forget it. And this has Tussa Silk in it, and the customer wants it regular batch color, so I did not put any clay in it. Actually, this has a lot of essential oils dripping off this spoon. Wow, look at that. See, by hand stirring, it's pretty nice. There are little pieces of lard, so I'm going to stick blend it. Oops. By the way, this is 30% water. I I usually make soap at 32%, but since I really wanted the details in these molds to be nice, and since they're going to start being given out around, here's a piece of green soap from the crevices of the stick blender. I swear sometimes you have to go through, I should have gone through the very edges way in here. I should probably go through them with a toothpick. I use a scrubbing brush when I wash, but apparently that's not good enough all the time. Okay. I love this lavender. What else can I talk about? Yeah, so I had so much of an inventory left after the October 25th show that I really didn't make a lot of soap. I actually had some scents that I thought were good for winter or Christmas, and I was so feeling like I had too much soap on hand that I didn't even make it. So I have the fragrance oils and I didn't do it. I did make the frankincense, myrrh, and gold. I used all of that up. I made a lot of sea salt soap with that and cold process. So I made the labels. I'm still labeling soap today. This is Thursday. Show setup begins at noon on Friday. Oops, I have done nothing to make the gift baskets yet. I have the gift basket stuff, and I have, I have the paper, what do they call it? Whoops, the shred, and I have the baskets themselves, different boxes. But I haven't done that yet because I kind of I want all my soap labeled and ready, and then I want to just start assembling. And also today I'm going to be labeling the lotion bars. Since I made a mistake on that, it wasn't Office Max's fault. Since I made a mistake, I didn't have the lotion bar labels until 5 o'clock last night. This week I've been a lot less running around preparing for this show than the last 2 times. I have so much done from before that it's not as chaotic. All right, so this is Lavender Essential Oil Soap. I have a little bit left. I'm gonna go run and find a new mold and to make that. And I hope you have a nice day. And there's a little bit of soap talk for you. And how I almost made the whole thing just by hand stirring. And this is a lot. I have a lot of solid oils, so I have more than most people. So it's a little harder. Okay, have a great day. Thanks for watching. This is Christine at Spring Creek Bathworks. Bye.